guess who's back for more? That's right, I got more memes to share. And, boy, do I got another meme for you. Let me just, Oh no, has Dragonfin gone insane? Why do I see that Cobra there? Well, we'll have to check back in on that later. But for now, I got some memes for you today. That's right, I got tower blindness memes. Now you may be asking, why tower blindness? Well, my theory is that I find it as a very underused ability. I hardly see it in arenas, and, well, most arenas that I've seen. What I do see, though, is Eco Choke, and Eco Choke, Eco Nerf, Knockout, and Team Tower Stun. Those are like the overused kind of powers. Well, I find that DA, or deactivate abilities, and Tower Blindness to be very underused, or just not really as used. And so here's the meme. Budget balloons, which allows you to send balloons at half the price. So these greens, instead of it being 60 per 5, it's 30. So you get more income, and it's actually really, really good. Like, really, really, really good. The only problem is that the counter to budget balloons is Copy Eco. But Copy Eco is, like, never used. Copy Eco is, like, never used. So, yeah. And then I have Jam Packed, which just makes it so the balloons are tightly together rather than a little bit more spaced, so you got more grouped balloon to deal with. Now, here's where the Cobras come in. Now you may be thinking, oh, you're gonna just balloon adjust and misdirect like every other toxic player. Nah. I use these Cobras just as a money whore, really. I basically get them to 1-0s, which is just wired funds. Get that eco up just a little bit more. And then I send a Rainbow Rush that's jam-packed. Sell the Cobras, Tower Blind, send more Rainbows, and they just drop. They just drop. Tower Blindness, those boats, they won't be able to hit any of those balloons, and that Wizard, yeah, it kind of promotes them from being, it kind of puts them down to, like, zebras and pinks, and just rush right through. Anyways, with that, I'm going to move on to the next meme. Alrighty, so here's our next opponent. So, immediately, I see a sub, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Jam-packed is going to do so much damage. And yes, it will. So right here, both of us actually balloon eco, which is, it actually kind of caught me off guard a little bit, because I was like, oh, they're not going to farm. That's interesting. And, basically we just, you know, send blues. There's nothing too exciting here. He gets up a Destroyer, and I'm like, well, there goes my jam-packed idea, because Destroyer kind of makes it very easy to pop grouped balloons. But then I realized, oh wait, I still have Tower Blindness, so this can work. Because the only thing that will hurt these balloons is that Wizard, because of it being right next to the path. And I don't think the opponent knows that. Right here, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to leak, so I get up like 2 Destroyers, and by a miracle, I don't lose a single life. Gotta make sure I stay flawless with my victories. No, I'm just kidding. If I lose lives, I mean I lose lives, but as long as I don't drop to 0, I'm fine. So right here, I sent some yellows, and I don't think I jam-packed them. If I did, it probably would have been a waste because of that Dragon Flame. So right here, I'm anticipating a rush at some point, because he could just sell the Destroyer and get a good chunk of money and then send a rush. Right here, I'm just sending balloons to try either baiting out glue or trying to get rid of the glue. And, let's see. Oh, right here, I put up ninjas in case of ceramics. Like, I'm trying to anticipate what my opponent will do. Now, right here, I sent regen lead rush here because I was like, oh wait, they don't have regen lead. And then they put up a super monkey, not realizing their camos. And, yeah, all those regen rainbows, yeah. They go right through. And then they try to glue, but the glue is a little bit too late. So, yeah, that's another tower blindness meme. I really don't think they saw it coming. With puns aside, I'm gonna move on to our final match of the day. Alrighty, so here's our final match of the day. And, like I said, these gimmicks have a lot of flaws and are pretty bad. And this person actually came quite equipped. So I'm like, okay, they got a ninja, perfect. Jam-packed is gonna do a lot of damage to them early out. But later that kind of goes against me. So, what ends up happening is, well, we're gonna find out together. Right here, because they were sending eco, I was like, oh shit, I imagine they're gonna probably send pink. So, I put down a ninja, I put it on strong, and right here, they struggle so hard. Like, they struggle throughout the entire match, really, because I'm just constantly sending balloons. Right here, I have a bunch of balloons. They get a Juggerlanche. And right here, I do Tower Blindness. And yeah, that Juggernaut that they just placed, yeah, that worked against them. And then they get a Super Monkey. Right here, they're just slow. Probably just... I mean, when you get Tower Blindness and you have all those lives leak, yeah, it does become one-sided. But there are ways around Tower Blindness. You can actually sell your tower, replace it, and it no longer has that Tower Blindness effect. It's kind of like Knockout, where you can just sell your tower and get it back. Over here, I set up because I'm anticipating a like round 13 stereotypical rush. And that's what I basically do for a little bit, is I anticipate a rush. But they never really rush me. So, yeah. So right here, I wait until my usual round, which is round 15, because then I can send ceramics, but, well, for starters, I, kind of make a poor mistake here. Come on past me. There we go. I send space ceramics and jam-pack them. I mean, that was kind of stupid of me. And then right here, I try sending regen leads and rainbows. And, yeah, it really doesn't do much. Because they have so many Juggerlanches now, that it just kind of wastes the powers. And then I was like, oh wait, I probably should have tower blinded them, but I was like, alright, well, I'll just save this in case they, like, do something, crazy. And, they did do something crazy. So right there, they kind of get a lot of eco. I believe they're saving all these bananas for, better soil. But what they actually do is they just, not collect the balloons. They don't collect their bananas because they're so focused on me sending balloons, and so they're anticipating like a bunch of stuff to happen. So basically, with me sending all those rushes, it was kind of like making them like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm gonna get rushed, I'm gonna get like all sorts of things, and that's basically what kills them, is basically they don't know, it was playing a 50-50. They don't know when it's gonna happen, but they know that there's gonna be another tower blindness coming. Well, right here, I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. They continue to set up some defenses, and then after a while, they get up some BIAs, and their Super Monkey, I believe, goes to Sun God, yep. And then they basically save up, and as their last-ditch attempt at defense, they do get up a temple. And I was like, perfect. Because the thing about temples is that they have a huge range. But, oh yeah, and they do use range boost. Oh, here it comes. They do have range boost, but they only use it once. So over here, I send this, oh my god, and eco, a tower blindness, and then bam! They rage quit. They rage quit, they forfeit, because they temple got blinded, and they basically got fed up and left. And I was dying, because I was like, I can't believe tower blindness actually did it. It finally got some salt, because the thing of it is that tower blindness, even though it's underused, it's not exactly ideal of a power for sabotage, because there's better towers out there. But there were so many ways, because it was just one, oh my god. And with one temple, they could easily take it down if they range boosted. Okay, and then they put down a Sabo. Okay, they range boosted, and then they got up at least probably 2 TTs. They would have to sell some factories and stuff, and then bam, this, oh my god, would have been dead. But instead, they rage quit because they just got salty. And with that, that's all the time I'm gonna have for this bonus video. I hope you enjoyed this Tower Blindness edition of BTD Salt. I'll see you all next time on Bloons Tower Defense Battles. See you guys later.